Today on Smackey's Garage, we're going to be installing a dash cam on my F-150. I've always wanted to put one in this truck. I think it's really smart to have with the way that drivers are today and the risk of insurance issues. So for myself, I'm going to install a dash cam. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to walk you through the one that I bought. It's a Garmin Dash Mini 2, so it's a small one that I bought that I should be able to hide up in behind the mirror of my truck. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do a pretty clean install on this, and we're going to go ahead and test it out, see how it looks on the road. So let's go ahead, let's jump into this. Okay, to install this to the truck, it should be relatively simple. I do have a mirror tap on there right now. I've been using that for a radar detector, but truth be told, I haven't ran the radar detector in pretty much forever. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to remove that, and then we're going to try this out to see how this works. And then I also got to double check that I make sure that I got the right connections for this mirror. All right, you can see the mirror here, tilted all the way to the side. This I'm going to take off, but you can see I have a mirror tap in here. This I'm just going to pull out because I don't need that power anymore. And then I'm going to remove this, and we're going to take a look at the connector. So with that connector out, we're going to go ahead and compare it to the dongar connector that I have. And it looks like it's about the same. Okay, so here's what we're going to be installing. You can see I have the Garmin Dash Cam Mini 2, a refurbished one, and a dash cam power adapter. This one is specifically for the F-150. Now, for this Dash Cam Mini 2, I actually bought this as a gift for someone. I didn't realize that I bought them a refurbished one, so I ended up giving them another one, and I kept the refurbished one for myself rather than returning it. So we're going to go ahead, this is what we're going to install. Now I believe the way that these are powered is they're actually powered by USB, which is where this comes in. So this I will link in the description below. It's an adapter that works for the F-150, and I can take this and I can plug this in behind the mirror, and then it's a tap out for this USB. So we're going to go ahead and see how this works. I just might have to get a shorter cable since I'm going to be powering it just behind the mirror. Now I spoke a little bit too soon, but you can see that this dongar adapter right here came with a short USB that I can use to power it up. So it looks like I have everything I need just to do a clean installation. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to give it a shot. Okay, so quick comparison between the two. And they look identical, which is what I was going for. So I know I got the right one. So I should be able to just take this and then plug this side in to here. Just kind of hard to do with one hand. Okay, full connection. And then this should go right back in the back of the mirror, just as the way it came out. Okay, that is in. This is pretty long, but it is flexible, so that's good. So I should be able to, it shouldn't get in the way of the mirror, I hope. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, good. Now looking at the mirror, I have this connector here that I got to plug into. The first thing I want to do is power up this camera here, figure out what's the right location of it, and connect everything to it so that I know that I'm putting it in the right place. So turning on the car, it looks like it's powered up fine. It is blinking like crazy, so I got to figure out how to pair it, how to sync it, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the next step. So it looks like relatively simple. Hold down the save button, which is the button on the outside. So I'm going to hold that down until it flashes blue, and we're blue, and we're connecting. It's good. There. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. So now that I have that, I think now that I know this, it's probably I'm going to go ahead and mount the camera somewhere so that it looks good. All right, so I'm going to find a place for this where I want to put it. So my main goal is to make sure that it's not hitting my easy pass. So I'm just going to figure out the right location for that. Okay, I think I found the spot that I want it. All right, now for the location, so this is where I typically view out the truck, driving it. It is barely hidden behind it. That light is there. Maybe I can turn that light off. We'll see if I can figure that out. But I think the important thing here is, you know, it's really not that visible for me where it is. It's hidden back behind there. Probably could have put it on the other side. Maybe no, so that's biased over to the other side. So I do like the location of it. I do like the way that it's recording it. So I found out it's flashing yellow because I don't have a memory card in it yet. So we're gonna go ahead and I have to grab one of those. So I decided to purchase this SD card here off of Amazon. It's 256 gigabytes. It should work. It was reasonably priced. I'll have it linked below, but I installed it in the truck. Now let's go ahead and test it out. All right, so I've had the dash cam in the truck now for a few weeks and I've been using it, and it's been really simple to use. Now there's a few different things that I really like about it, and I'm gonna walk you through just the different use cases of it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at what it's like during the day, what it's like during the night. I'm going to show you some different shots, how I've been using it, and just how it works in general. And then I'm going to talk about, like, is this the right dash cam for me? Do I want to switch or do I want to change it? One of the things that I really do like about this dash cam is the size of it and how easy it is hidden back there. I mean, if I want to hit the button, I can just reach in there and push it, but you know, it's really small, it's really simple, and it doesn't get in the way at all of kind of looking forward. Another thing that I like about the dash cam is the noise that it makes when you start up the truck, because it always reminds you that it is there. And it does have mic recording on it, so if I push this button, the red light does come on, so you can see that it's now recording sound. Probably pick up sound from in the vehicle. Okay, so this is what the audio sounds like when you're just driving your truck. My truck is a little bit louder. I'm talking a little bit more elevated, so you probably hear me a little bit better. I'm curious to see how it sounds. I'll see it in the video. I'm going to go ahead and push it. Save 15 seconds before, and then it'll save 15 seconds after of the video and audio. And then let's go ahead and jump back to the other audio. So let's go ahead and take a look at the camera in different situations. We will check normal driving, driving during a snowy day, on the highway, in traffic, and at night in traffic. Normal driving, you can see how clear the image is and how easy it is to see the cars and vehicles around you. You can definitely make out license plates in front of you, as well as kind of make out the plates to the side of you. During the snowy day, the recording is clear and works very well from a video perspective. On the highway at speeds, same thing as a clear day, everything works normally. There's no blurring from vehicles moving fast. During stop and go traffic, that's when this camera will really shine if you're using it for insurance and protective purposes. The video quality is great, captures exactly what your vehicle is doing from a driver's point of view in front of you. Lastly, the video quality at night is great as well. It's kind of surprising how good it looks. It definitely is harder to see the license plate at night, probably because of the reflection from the license plates and the headlights, but everything else looks great. Now let's go ahead and park the truck, talk about my overall feelings on this camera and the setup. After using this for a few weeks, it got me thinking, is this the right dash cam for me? No, I've looked at all the different features of the different ones that are available, and I do want to try some other ones out. So what I'm looking for is down in the comments, if you have any that you want to see installed, that you want me to do a comparison on against this one, let me know. I think there's a lot of good options in this space, so just, you know, this is the one that I had available, so it's the one that I wanted to try, and everything does work smoothly, but I do want to try out some different dash cams for this vehicle because there are a lot of good options. Now, the shortfall of this dash cam is it's really the front shot only, and if that's what you're going for, is you're trying to see what's happening in front of you, that works. Having a rear shot would be really nice, and having an interior of the truck would be really nice too, but I don't have that. I think, you know, for myself, I prefer to have the front shot and the rear shot, because if you're in a situation where you get rear-ended, I mean, you're going to have the camera from the front that shows that you weren't moving. That's fine. I mean, that should be able to clarify it, but there's no real confirmation of showing the other car that rear-ended you. So I think having that rear camera is a benefit for this. Now, where the front one I think really comes in handy, it's, you know, just showing your overall driving, showing things, you know, if an accident happens and someone cuts you off, it's going to be in front of you. It's typically not going to be behind you. If it's to the side of you and they come up and sideswipe you, you won't have that video either. So I do think there's a good use for the front cameras, but I'm curious to see how a rear one works. Now, if you want me to try out a rear one on this channel and do a comparison and do a full install of it, just a little bit more in depth, the front, the rear, let me know down in the comments. If there's a specific camera or a few that you want me to try out and test for the truck, let me know. I'm open to trying out some different ones, and I'll purchase them and we'll try them out. And I'll do a full video on it. So just do me a favor, subscribe when you see that video come out, and then make sure that you like this video because it does help push it out more. Well, that's it. I think this is a good entry into dash cams for these vehicles. For what I paid for this, it's a really good value, and it does work very well. And this shows that the refurbished one is probably just as good as the one that you can buy that's brand new. So thanks for tuning in this week on Smackey's Garage. I'll see you next time.